Okay, happy Easter. Uh, it's daylight. Right now it's 7 a.m. I shot one video before with another camera. Now I'm using this one. As you can see, it's daylight. But there's a little star, the moon hologram or cluster nucleus. And I shot a video before with the other camera. It's pretty good too. I shot through clouds, but I showed the moon hologram or cluster nucleus for what it is, a star. I showed it pulse and showed how it uses energy just like a star. Let's see if it'll do it now. Trying to see if I can still get that line. No. Okay. Every time I go to shoot it, it's always surrounded by clouds. As you can see, not all of them are in front of it, which is very strange. But if you think of them as orb clouds, then it's not that strange. Okay. You have to really pay attention to these things to know what's going on with them. So what I want to see it do is pulse. See if I can catch that with this camera. You can see the energy shifting. I'll just slow this up. See how the yellow takes over the white? Okay, see the differences between the yellow and the white? Okay, so that's what causes the blinking or the pulsing, just like a star, because that's the changes in the electromagnetic and the vibrations frequencies right there, and you're seeing it as a color change. Okay, that means it's lowering it in yellow and increasing it in white. So basically, the frequency is shown to you right here in terms of how you're looking at it. Okay, and it's in color. So when it's white, it's high frequency. When it's yellow, it's a little bit lower. It's still high frequency, but just a bit lower. And that's what causes the blinking of the stars. Okay, that little change in frequency, which is not that small, but it's small if you're a star. So I'll just let it sit there and see how he does it. Because our moon, quote, moon, the moon hologram or cluster nucleus is a star in its early stages. Okay, it's going to be a big star one day. Right now it's just forming, in the process of forming. Okay, so see now it's at really high frequency. You just saw it. You see it blinking. Okay. Gotta just adjust the camera because it's moving. Okay, just watch it carefully. Okay, it's on a stand there, and you'll see the thing blink when it changes frequency. It showed much better on the other camera because it didn't have this kind of a clear lens. Okay. You have to gauge just the right distance to show that, because it's all about the angles and the distance, the range, how you see these things. You have to be at the correct angle. I am at the correct angle. But I may have to adjust the range. Let's see, back. Okay, this camera may have too clear of a lens to show it. Okay, so that's your moon. It's a ball of energy, pure energy, electromagnetic energy, not nuclear. Okay, it's more powerful than nuclear. So, just move this up. It keeps moving. Put it over here. Okay, don't forget it's daytime down here. Up there it's, space. Whoa. Okay, I'm not touching anything. It's not very happy. Before it turned off my camera at the bar, the power bar, it tripped the bar like 5 times, and it told me that my card is full. I just emptied the thing. I have 2 cards now, the SIM cards, and it keeps telling me they're both full, and I just cleared them, so I know they're not full. Okay, so now I'm not touching the camera. You see it go all over? Wait till it takes, it's not happy with me, that's for sure. And they've gotten a lot even smarter than before. They adapt really fast. I have to stay like 3 steps ahead of them because everything I try right away the next day, they figured it out and I got to do something else every time. So it's not easy to film it. Okay, tonight it's like not even round. It's just a massive energy. Okay, this is the real thing. See all that energy? So, there's no solid ground anywhere. This is just a cluster of pure energy. And it's full of orbs, as is the rest of space. It's got a support system, which is its parent cluster, but that parent cluster is interconnected to everything else in space because everywhere you look in space there are orbs. So okay, it's really hot tonight. Okay, really hot. You can see all the orbs that are moving really fast. Okay, let's see if they're flying off. I may have to adjust this setting, but man, that's our moon. Okay, this is where it's the hottest right now. Right there. Okay, it's not even bothering showing itself tonight. I mean this morning. All those orbs. Can't even see them in the daytime. Now I'm like farther away from the moon. Let's see on this side, yeah. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's night or day. I have it all figured out. It doesn't matter which side. Okay, that cluster's all around it. And this is the nucleus. It's a star. Okay, this is in the daytime. Okay, I'm going to adjust the filter. I don't have external filters. What I got to do is, just adjust the filter by pressing buttons because they're all digital. Like I said, I did a lot of work on this. So basically, okay, I put sepia on just to kill all that brightness. Okay, you can see where the darker parts are. These things are going to be sunspots. The darker parts will be smaller, not this, large, but they'll go right into the center and right through the star, and they'll be the ones shooting those arcs back and forth like I showed in a couple of videos, about 3 or 4 of them. And they'll be creating a positive charge, while the orbs that are active will be creating a negative charge. And that conflict between the positive and the negative charges is what drives the nucleus, creating more and more energy. The more conflict in the nucleus between the two charges, okay, the more energy it's going to create. And that's what's happening with our moon right now. We have to raise it. Wow, something just flew by it. I wasn't ready for it. Well, next time I'll snap a photo and we'll see what it is. See, those are all like orbs in lines, like they're in files. There's big orbs like shooting off of it. Some are coming in. And that's what it looks like, you know, all around it. And there's that membrane. And that membrane, you know, lets orbs in. And these ones over here are keeps them out. Only the ones that need to charge up get in. And the ones that are charged have to stay out until they expend their energy. Yeah, you can see that the orbs are a lot faster. Right there. Okay, so I'm gonna get the program. Hold on, I don't want to get out of this yet. Okay, you see the big orbs just shoot out every now and then? They're so fast, like, you don't have a chance. Forget about taking a picture. Yeah, just, be in the picture mode or photo mode and on fast. So then when you see something like that, you just snap a lot of photos, not one at a time. You just let the thing run, and that's how you get at least one shot of what it is that's moving so fast. Okay, so as the intensity of this little star, our moon, gets higher, and there's more and more energy being created as the charges keep conflicting, and then what happens is you have all of this energy, and the orbs are spinning faster on their individual axes, and they have positive, negative poles, each orb, and each orb is also a cluster in itself of smaller orbs than itself. So all of these active ones, they create negative charge. Yeah, and there's a lot of them. I got a filter on, so it's hard to tell. But all of those, like yellow parts or pink, anything that's not dark is creating a negative charge. And these dark things, they're creating a positive charge. But you see, there's more and more of those white ones there, and sooner or later they'll activate, and that part will disappear and be active. So it won't be like a sunspot anymore. It'll switch energy, polarization from positive to negative once it's charged up. And so these things, appear and then vanish because they've changed polarization. And that's the way that our sun works, and that's the way all stars work. And this is a star, our moon. Okay, there's no question about it. I'm moving the camera around now and talking at the same time. It's shaky like that because I'm just checking it out. But it's very active. It's daylight. Like, wait, I'll show you. Yeah, it's daylight. Like, all the clouds are clear, but it's really daylight. And there it is. So let's see if anything shoots by that we can see in daylight. Okay, if I go any farther, I'll be in space. Okay, so I'll leave it there, where it's still like, you can tell it's daylight on Earth. If I go any closer, it'll get darker because I'll be, outside the atmosphere. So, Okay, nothing shooting by. 99 time. What I want to do is take this thing off. Okay, that was a bird. I'm not gonna worry about that. Okay, I just want to say something. I'm still in sepia, but I've adjusted it to see more. Okay, I think this is going to be good. Okay, I do all this digitally. Okay, there are no outside anything. I've put everything into the camera. There's nothing that I added from the outside. There's not even a way to do it. So, basically speaking, whatever you see, or the way you see anything with this camera, it's all inside. This is not a big camera. But I packed so many things in there. I don't think there's like a millimeter of room to spare. I put in a lot of different filters that are adjustable. I can adjust the sharpness and everything. I made it so it can go right through clouds like they weren't even there. I made it so that you can see what I can see without the camera, just about. Or that was my intention, to show what I see even without the camera. The only reason I need a camera is to show what I see to someone else. Okay, the only thing that limits me is my range of sight, because I'm just a normal person. I can only see, so far. So I need the zoom of the camera to get up and see something like this. But other than that, down here on Earth, where they're within my range, I got no problem whatsoever seeing them. I think he's moving. Okay. And you see some of the things go right through, like underneath that top layer. Okay, this is like a multi-dimensional space, and that's why you can see things moving inside of it, and they do move inside of it. Okay, this is like energy, but it's like fluid. Things like float around in there, and they switch layers. They can move, through all the different layers. Every layer is another dimension. It's not all the same. It's got a different frequency rate, and different electromagnetic frequency, different velocity orbs, everything. But altogether, it fits to make this nucleus a reality. You see them all? I gotta set this up better so that you can see them all. Okay, I'm not touching the camera now. And this is like the real active zone, and that pink part there that you can see in pink, that's the energy spreading, around, and it's charging up these darker orbs down here. You can see they're, you see how fast they're moving now? And this is daytime. This is a big cluster down there. That's a real powerhouse, that one. See how bright that one is right there? That's going to charge up. You see the pink energy around it? It's spreading into the darker zones. Okay? So it's going to reverse the charge on the dark orbs there. They're not as active, from positive to negative once they charge up. Okay, but there'll still be enough. Look how many dark spots there are. They're all going to be sunspots when this thing gets bigger. When it grows up and is not in the baby stage anymore, when it builds up enough layers. Because right now it's just layering and layering more and more orbs and getting larger and more powerful. I mean, he turned off my camera and it's an electric power 5 times already. Too many pigeons around here. It's hard to keep them off my balcony. See all the orbs? I'll catch a few flying off if I can, but it's hard in daylight. If this was nighttime, you would see them much better. What they do in the daytime is they either become like neutral in color or take on the color of the sky, or they become transparent. You see? And that's why you can't see them. Yeah, it's far away from it. I'll move it over here, because that's the way it's traveling. adjust it and just leave it where it's in a good spot, so there'll be no shaking. Okay, we'll just let it go across. I'm not touching the camera now. So anyway, happy Easter. I don't know if I've said that before. This is Easter morning. Look what I'm doing. I'll get ready and do my thing later. It's still early. Okay, so I'm not touching anything at all. The camera is now completely by itself and on the stand. And should be no shaking. This is a professional stand. The only time it shakes is when I have to hold it when the moon hologram is too high up. But right now it's on its way toward the horizon, because eventually it'll disappear. It's been showing up at the weirdest times, and around here I'm trapped with these big buildings all around me, so I can't see it until it, clears all the buildings. That's another problem. Okay, so you can't see them shooting off or anything. But you can certainly see that this is a multidimensional space. It's highly active and radioactive, but the energy that's created is caused through electromagnetic reaction of conflicting charges. It's not caused by nuclear explosions or anything, but it's still high enough that it's radioactive as well as very hot. So this is not good news for us, because eventually this thing will become much bigger when it layers itself up into a larger entity. It is an entity, it's intelligent, because every one of those orbs is super intelligent, and they're very adaptable. Every time I do anything, they figure it out right away, and I have to do something else. They've already figured out how to turn off the camera, even though it's on electricity. Good thing I have a power bar. They would have blown up the whole box inside the house. But I have a safety fuse. So what I'm going to do is create a secondary power source that'll be automatic. So if one goes, I'll have backup. It's good to have backup. That way, it won't turn off the camera, because it'll just switch right over immediately to the secondary power source. If I have to rewire this whole thing and put it on 220, I will, because the moon has enough energy to kill the 120 current. But if I have to, I'll wire this up to the stove outlet and use a transformer to regulate the flow so I don't, explode my camera. But we'll see if we can turn that off. And I'll have a backup right off the fuse box in the house. But I'll have a circuit breaker so it doesn't blow up the whole thing. But they all work very well together. That's the only way you can have this, whole thing operate. Because without all of them working together, you couldn't possibly have a start. Because that's what this orb cluster nucleus is. It's a star. It's not a moon. Okay, we've been told lies for too long, and we're gonna need another planet, because sooner or later this thing will, really do a job on Earth. It's the beginning of the end for this planet, because when this thing hits a certain, point, like point of no return, that's when things move real fast and things you thought would never happen if you're still alive, that's when they really happen. But there'll be a lot of upheaval before then, because there may be no place on Earth that's not below water. If all the ice melts. Okay. See how the cluster is dissolving? Okay. See the spaces? Now you can see right through it, because it's dissolving at that particular spot. There's still orbs there, but now they're in space, or they're in cluster. But it's all in space. Okay, so the nucleus is never in the same spot twice every night. It's in a different spot, but it's always there, because what it does is it just goes into the parent cluster and gets more orbs to do all this work and create more energy. Okay? Because orbs, there's so many of them, there's no orb that's not expendable. So that's how they treat themselves. Think of, how they would treat us. Would be really expendable. We are expendable. Not we would be, we are. We mean nothing to these things, but they control a lot of, what makes our planet work, and it's going to control what makes it not work too, because, man, I don't want to be around when this thing starts up. I'm glad I'm 63 years old And that whole thing won't happen in my lifetime, but I feel bad for people that are going to be here if they're still around as a big orbit that went by. See, they're real fast and just flash, gone. Okay, it's definitely not birds. I'm looking at it, with my eyes. I can see it's not birds or anything, going in front of it. Anyway, it's too high up for birds, but it's not no planes or anything. So I'm getting the camera view and the eye view at the same time, because they can multitask and pay attention to a whole bunch of stuff all at once. It's not a problem for me. It's all about being attentive and paying attention. And it's also about, knowing what to look for and searching it out and then figuring a way to show it so that, it's not just you that can know it. Everyone should know what's going on, because this affects everyone on the whole planet. There's not going to be one person on this planet that won't be affected with whatever happens here. Okay? Whatever happens here will be everybody's business, not just a few people who think they know it all and they don't know much. Okay? And whatever they know, they won't share anyway. So, what's the use of them knowing anything if they're not going to share it with anybody? Everything's such a big secret, and these kind of things shouldn't be a secret, because their lives are at stake. You don't keep secrets like that. No government should, no person should. They have no right to keep secrets from everyone when everyone's life is at stake with what happens here. Okay, there are no secrets when it comes to that. Because it's your survival. And whoever's keeping a secret, affecting your survival or the possibility of your survival, that's why they had the French Revolution, and other revolutions, because things like that. And we don't want to eat cake. We just want to know the truth, because it affects all of us. And that's the reason I found out the truth for myself, because I certainly wasn't going to wait for the government or anyone else to tell me, because everything they've said so far has been a lie. I mean, they've been wrong about everything, either on purpose or through sheer stupidity. And they're supposed to be all these scientific experts and everything. Well, they don't know very much. And this proves it. I don't think they know anything. Because they've been so wrong about everything, working on from a wrong premise from the beginning. How could they know anything when they start off on the wrong premise? And then, it's just like bookworms. They're not checking out what's really happening in real life. And they're, if you want to call it the real world, or whatever world you want to call it, the holographic world, because this is for us, the moon Oort cluster nucleus is a star, and for us it's a hologram, See how beautiful the sky is? It just, look how far that is. And I can see Oorts on it with a 5-inch by 2-inch camera. This is like little Hubble. I'm proud of it. But I've done that to a lot of other cameras that I have. Not exactly this, but things that help me see what things are all about. Every camera has its own purpose, and they don't all do the same thing, but, put all of them together, and I get the facts straight. I don't have to depend on anyone else. I don't like depending on other people, especially people who like to lie so much and won't share true information with anyone because it's such a secret. God, I hate secrets. Everything is a secret. But when the hackers go through my computer, I don't have a secret to keep. Thousands of them. I've never seen anything like it. What happened? What's happening? So I don't have to worry about secrets. Right now they know more about me than I do because they've gone through every piece of information I had. I don't have any secrets. I'm not going to allow other people to keep the truth away from me by lying. So welcome to your new start in daytime, real time. See, it's just layer upon layer upon layer of really super intelligent energy organisms in a nucleus that's a star. This is so far removed from a moon, what a moon is, that it's like night and day. Okay, you see the night up there, and here's the difference. Okay, this is the difference. Okay, you see the day. Okay, so that's how far removed what they're telling us is from the truth. It's like night and day. Okay, I'm tired of talking, but man, we need a new planet. This one isn't gonna last that long. It'll be fuel for that star. Very, you know, I don't know when, but could be soon. Could be anytime, whenever that thing triggers and reaches that tipping point and the point of no return. And then things just start happening so fast, so fast. So we gotta, start looking now. And if we're gonna stay alive as a human race, we're gonna have to leave and go somewhere else, because this place is gonna be gone. Everything you know, everything you see will be gone when that thing gets bigger and more powerful. We'll just become fuel and make it even bigger. Okay, I hope you have a happy Easter and with your family and all. And enjoy your Easter dinner and, meeting all your family and friends, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna worry about this for now, and you shouldn't either, because it could take, a long time, even billions of years. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but eventually that's gonna be the end of this planet. And that thing, is big enough to suck it in and use it for fuel. Okay, so this is Easter Sunday. It's now it's 20 to 8. Been talking for an hour, maybe more. But I had to say it even on Easter. If you really want the truth, you have to go get it yourself, because these people aren't never going to tell you. And, you don't want that shock if you're around when things start going wrong. You want to be prepared. The best way to be prepared is to find a way to get off this planet and find another one. But there's no other one like Earth. In space, there are never two things the same, or even closely similar. So we'll have to live somewhere else, that where we can exist, but it's never going to be like on Earth. Never. Because there just aren't any planets that are the same. If anybody says different, they don't know what they're talking about, because there are no two things the same anywhere in this universe. Everything is individually different. Everything. Even the ores, they all look the same, but boy, they're not the same. Okay, so thank you for viewing. This is Super Mush Mouse. Happy Easter.